One national song, two veteran Bollywood voices, and now a very public disagreement. Sharmila Tagore says only the first two stanzas of Vande Mataram should be retained because the later verses invoking Hindu deities may be difficult for people who follow a monotheistic faith to accept. Kangana Ranaut has a very different view. She has hit back at the veteran actor, telling her to come out of the Hindu-Muslim mindset. And Kangana's argument is not simply about the song's religious references. She says this is poetry, this is art, and it should be understood through metaphor and the history of India's freedom struggle. So what exactly did Sharmila say, and why has Kangana strongly disagreed? The controversy began with Sharmila Tagore's interview. Speaking about Vande Mataram, the veteran actor said she believed the first two stanzas were more widely acceptable because India is home to people with different religious beliefs. Her concern was specifically about the later verses, which invoke Hindu deities including Durga and Kali. Tagore explained that many religious people believe in one God, and for them references to multiple deities could make the complete song difficult to recite. Her position therefore was that the first two stanzas, which primarily praise the motherland, could be used more broadly. But those comments quickly triggered a response from Kangana Ranaut. Kangana shared a video of Sharmila's interview on her Instagram story and began by saying she respected the veteran actor's right to have reservations about the song. But she said she was shocked by what she described as a limiting interpretation of art and poetry. For Kangana, the references to Shakti and Hindu imagery should not automatically be read as a literal religious instruction. She argued that poets and artists use metaphors, imagination and larger symbols to create an emotional impact. And according to Kangana, Vande Mataram should be understood in the context of the freedom struggle rather than reduced to a religious practice. Kangana went further, arguing that Shakti can also be understood as strength and power rather than only as a religious reference. She compared this kind of imagery to Swami Vivekananda's famous descriptions of people having iron bodies and steel bones, saying such language was obviously metaphorical rather than a literal description. And then came the line that has grabbed the most attention. Kangana urged Sharmila to please come out of the Hindu-Muslim mindset. She ended her message by saying she wanted people to embrace each other rather than view such cultural symbols primarily through a religious lens. But this isn't just a Bollywood disagreement. The Vande Mataram debate has already become a major political conversation. The Congress Working Committee has reaffirmed its 1937 position that only the first two stanzas should be sung at Congress programs. The debate comes amid a renewed discussion over the song's rendition and its place alongside India's other national symbols. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, meanwhile, has criticized Congress's position on the first two stanzas, calling it anti-national. So what exactly is the history behind the controversy? Vande Mataram was written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee in the 1870s and later became part of his novel Anandamath. The song became deeply associated with India's freedom movement. Its opening stanzas describe and praise the motherland, while later portions contain references to Hindu goddesses including Durga, Lakshmi and Saraswati. That religious imagery has periodically triggered debates over whether the complete composition can be embraced equally by people from different religious backgrounds. And that is precisely the question Sharmila Tagore was addressing. Her argument is essentially about inclusivity, while Kangana's argument is about artistic metaphor and historical context. And there is another Bollywood voice that has already entered this debate. Just days before the Kangana-Sharmila exchange, actor Mukesh Khanna made an even bigger claim. He said Vande Mataram should replace Jana Gana Mana as India's national anthem. Khanna has argued that Vande Mataram should be given the status of the national anthem and also claimed that Jana Gana Mana was written as a tribute to Queen Elizabeth. But that claim about Jana Gana Mana is historically incorrect. India's national anthem is Jana Gana Mana, while Vande Mataram has the status of the national song. The government has officially recognized the two separately, with Vande Mataram being honored for its historic role in India's freedom struggle. Khanna also praised Lata Mangeshkar's rendition of Vande Mataram and said he had recorded a 7-minute version of the song himself. So now, within just days, three prominent Bollywood voices have found themselves at the center of the Vande Mataram debate. Mukesh Khanna wants it elevated to national anthem. Sharmila Tagore believes the first two stanzas are more inclusive, and Kangana Ranaut says the complete artistic work should not be reduced to a religious interpretation. At the heart of this debate are two very different ways of looking at the same song. Is Vande Mataram primarily a patriotic symbol of India's freedom struggle, or should its later religious imagery be considered when deciding how the song is presented in a country with multiple faiths? For now, there is no sign of the debate slowing down, and what began as a political discussion has now become a very public Bollywood face-off over one of India's most powerful national symbols. Sharmila Tagore has made her position clear. Kangana Ranaut has made hers even clearer, and Vande Mataram, once again, is at the center of the national conversation. For more news and updates from the world of showbiz, stay tuned to Times Entertainment.